Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to put sleeves in. Now in the last tutorial I had explained how to do tailor tacking. So the most important part on the sleeve, as you'll remember, to tailor tack the dot at the very top, and that's your top of crown. It has to line up with your shoulder seam. Now whenever we cut the sleeves out, we will then put 2 rows from, now on your pattern it will tell you to do the 2 rows from dot to dot. I find if you do that, it gathers at the top. So you go down where your notches is, or an inch in from the bottom, and you do 2 rows within your 5/8 of an inch seam allowance on a large stitch. Leave your wee tails here so that we can draw it in. That is the ease, that's an ease stitch. That's to ease it into your armhole. So what we'll do too is, some patterns will give you a single notch for the front of the sleeve and a double notch for the back. This pattern didn't have any notches, so for me to know which is the front and the back, because a sleeve does have the front and the back unless it's being like a shirt sleeve, that basically the front and the back are the same unless it has the opening. So if you look here, you will see, if you can see that, whenever you lay it down and put your seams together, you'll see that the back is slightly higher than the front. So that is the back of the sleeve. So I always check like that if I don't have notches, and then I'll go, now that's the right sleeve because the back's going. So we're going to put the sleeve into this dress that I'm working on. So I just tilt this to show you. Now, the first thing we do with the sleeve is, because we're going to be working on the inside of the dress, we will slip the sleeve in and we'll line up our underarm seam. You can see it here. So if we pin the underarm seam together, and then we take the tailor tack for the top of the seam, we'll put that to our shoulder seam here. So if we put that in here, turn that down a wee bit so you can see, if we put that in here, we will pin it with our 5/8 of an inch on there. Now the way we work is we use these 4 fingers and these 4 fingers, because with the sleeve is going this way, the armhole, and the sleeve is going curved that way, so the curve has to go into the other curve. So if we get it and we put it over our 4 fingers, if you can see here, and we've got to check and see, is this going to fit in? Now there's a bit of fullness there, so what we do is we ease it in. We don't gather it in, we ease it. So we're going to pull the threads very gently, and it's a matter of manipulating the gathers with your fingers. You see the way I'm doing that, I'm manipulating and bringing it up. So what I'm actually doing, if you can see it there, the gathers are staying straight in here, but the gathers are going to the edge, and it's giving me that wee curve. So I'll do a wee bit more, and then I'll try and end the sleeve, because you work from the shoulder to one part of the sleeve, and then the other part of the shoulder to the other part of the sleeve. So if I do that, you can see we're nearly there. I'm just going to pull it in a wee bit more and spread it out right up just to the top. We're not going past the first half of the sleeve. Right. So once that's like that, that's going to fit in. So keeping it over my 4 fingers and these 4 fingers, and working on the inside, I can now pin the sleeve in to place. Keeping my edges together, always keep the edge of your sleeve to the edge of your dress or your jacket or whatever you're making. So we're putting this in here and just making sure that the edges of the fabric are matching, or not matching, meeting. Make sure that it's all sitting lovely and neat right down to the underarm seam. Now we'll take the other side and we will do exactly with it the same as the other. Now sometimes one side will fit in better than the other. As you can see there, there's not as much fullness. I just need to pull them in, the two wee threads on the top here. You leave the two bottom ones and take these two here. And then pull it again, and I'm just doing a wee bit, and then I'm going to smooth it out. I'll give it another wee bit for it to fit in. And then I'm going to put it over the 4 fingers again, and the 4 fingers, and work with it over those fingers, and I'm working on the inside of the sleeve, so you can see that that's fitting in beautifully there. Now when we have this fitted in, I always check before I would tack it. Usually if I was doing this in class with anyone, I would get it to tack and make sure that it's on your shoulder and it's not too far down. Once I have that pinned in, I will take my sleeve, and actually what I do is, if you spread your hand out like this inside, if you can see there, let me put this up. If I do that, that's to check that it is straight, and you'll know it's straight because it's lying nice and flat, like that. You can see there's lying nice and flat. If it was hanging to this side, it's not in right, or to that side, it's not in right. And there it's beautifully hanging flat there. So what I'll do is, the next stage I would do is, at home if I was making for myself, I would tack it round, try it on, make sure it's on the shoulder, and then I would machine. So that's how we put a sleeve in. When you're machining, you will start from the underarm seam, you will work in the inside of the sleeve, and you will machine it the whole way round. So if I take it here now to the machine, and hopefully you'll be able to see it there. And what I'm going to do is check that I have it on the straight stitching in the middle, and check that I have 2.5. So if I get it down now, I want to take 5/8 of an inch in, and now I just have this pinned in. You will probably have it tacked in, but if you have it pinned in, that's grand. Just watch you don't catch your pins. So I'm just going to sew this up, making sure that it's flat and that I'm taking my 5/8 of an inch with it. And the reason you do it in the inside is because you can take it apart and you can manipulate it round. So and also when you do sew it in the inside, you'll not get pleats in it either. You try to do it from the outside edge, you'll end up with folds and pleats. And we're just coming to the top part of the sleeve, and now I'm coming down to the other side. When I get it done, I'll show you. And we're coming to the end now. When I get to the end, I just do a wee reverse stitch over on the underarm seam, just to hold it in place. So wee quick reverse stitch, and that's me. Now, I am sewing this dress with red thread. You normally would sew it with cream, but I just wanted to be a wee bit different. So that's the inside now sewn. So what we will do, I'll show you now that it's in. So there you can see I have it in, and it's lovely flat head there, and it's nice. There's no tucks in it, no gathers in it. It's just sitting lovely and smooth. So that's how we put in a sleeve. You will do that with the same with the jacket, the same with the blouse, the same with a coat, a dress. The only difference would be some sleeves can be a drop sleeve, some sleeves can be like a shirt sleeve. But that's how you put in a sleeve. Thank you for joining me today, and hopefully I will see you again soon. Have a lovely day. Bye.